Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Minnesota Mike back with you for another video. This is another one in my vlog series that I do through the Memphis Songwriters Association in conjunction with the blog that I write for them, talking all about songwriting and what has worked for various artists over the course of a handful of years, whether those songs have been hits or not. So, this latest kick that I'm on is called Middle Eights and Bridges, and it focuses on songs that use middle eights and songs that use bridges. The difference between the two is that middle eights are songs that transition into a third verse after the middle eight, or just a verse. It doesn't have to be the third verse. And bridges transition back into the chorus. So thus far, we have looked at the songs The Difference by Matchbox 20 and Sitting on the Dock of the Bay by Otis Redding. We're going to close out our discussion on middle eights by chatting about Kathleen by Josh Ritter. Kathleen is an underdog story of someone who is pining after someone who is way out of his league. They meet at a party where he declares all the other girls here are stars, you are the northern lights, and that everything they do is a ghost of a trace of a pale imitation of you. He then dives into the hook which says, I'll be the one to drive you back home, Kathleen. In a previous blog and vlog kick, I talked about Blue Ain't Your Color by Keith Urban and how the narrator's comments could be taken the wrong way. But there's such a sweet optimism to the narrator's intentions in Kathleen, still knowing his place in her life. I won't be your last kiss, just your last good night. Every heart is a package tangled up in knots someone else tied. This line is excitedly shouted out in the third verse, which comes after the middle eight, which says, I'll have you back by break of day, I'm going your way anyway, and if you'd like to come along, I'll be yours for a song. In between the middle eight and the third verse, there's a small instrumental interlude. Unlike the previous middle eights that we looked at, there is also a fourth verse after he drops her off, which turns the narrator's optimism into confidence. The next time we meet a new kind of hello, both our hearts have a secret only both of us know about the night that I drove you back home, Kathleen. Just as a note, the middle eight is a fan favorite among Josh Ritter fans. They will often chant out the lyrics at his live shows, and it's a really, really cool moment. More on the choice of a middle eight over a bridge in the structure section. Melodically, this song is written in the key of B flat and is played with the capo on the first fret. In the verses, he uses the chords B flat, sus 2, B flat, sus 4, which get played twice, followed by B flat, G flat minor, E flat, and B flat. This is a 1-6-4-1 pattern. The middle eight uses B flat major 7, G flat minor, E flat, and E sharp 7, which is a 1-6-4-4-7 pattern. Instrumentally, the song uses guitar, drums, and violin. Just want to note too about the melody, if you're ever into playing this song live, it lends itself very well to just a solo acoustic performance too. So don't feel like all that instrumentation is completely necessary, but it does sound very, very good in the context of the song. Structurally, the song uses a verse, middle eight, verse format. At the end of the first three verses comes the hook, I'll be the one to drive you back home, Kathleen, keeping in mind our definition of a bridge, that it transitions back into the chorus. Having a bridge would be impossible for Kathleen, barring the addition of a chorus on Josh's part, but adding a full-on chorus would take away from the simplicity and sweetness of the song. This is just a beautiful woman, and the narrator wants to be in her life no matter the capacity. It's not some grand display of love, it's just, hey, I want to be around you. Beyond that, the goal is stated throughout the song, I'll be the one to drive you back home, Kathleen. This is written in future tense. Once he does drive her back home, it becomes something they'll both remember forever. So the use of a middle eight into the final bit of information that she agreed lends itself well to a third verse. The fourth verse, after he drops her off, feels like a deep exhale. All the hard work of convincing her to hang out with him is done, and now he's got an inside bit of nostalgia for the next time they see each other. Kathleen is embedded below. The Cars bassist Benjamin Orr sadly passed away in 2000, 3 years before Kathleen was released, but maybe this is who drove his girlfriend home after that. Of course, I'm referring to the Cars song Drive from their Heartbeat City album. So you can listen to Kathleen, it is linked below, and just as a bonus track, I didn't get around to talking about it because it's fit a couple other blogs that I've done, and I chose not to talk about it. But Summer of '69 by Bryan Adams. Like I said, we've already done multiple nostalgia blogs and vlog kicks, but this one fits very well into the middle eight, and that middle eight transitions very nicely in a thematic sense into another verse after a short instrumental interlude. So that song is also going to be linked below, so you can listen to that as a bonus track. But actually, it's not going to be linked in the video. I'll tell you what, go check out my blog on the Memphis Songwriters Association website, and you can find it there. Next week, we are going to start talking about bridges. I told you middle eights and bridges in this particular vlog kick, and next week we'll start talking about 3 songs with bridges in them rather than middle eights. I'm Minnesota Mike. Thank you so much, and make sure you tune in next time.